A recently released report by a group called the Human Trafficking Institute shows Utah had no human trafficking cases prosecuted in federal court last year. That's the same as the year before in 2019. But state investigators say there's a reason for that. Fox 13's Scott McCain has that story.
For more than a decade now, the Utah Attorney General's Secure Task Force has been the lead agency dealing with human trafficking here in the state of Utah. Over that time, they've investigated and prosecuted dozens of cases, including a major sting operation that Fox 13 News was along for just a few weeks ago. Those on the front lines say there's now almost no city or Utah community immune from human trafficking.
It is everywhere. We've had cases from small town Brigham City, Bountiful just recently, throughout the state. It does happen everywhere.
Secure's latest operation resulted in the arrest of 49-year-old Michael Joe Ricks. Prosecutors say he was living a quiet suburban life in Bountiful by day. But unbeknownst to nearly everyone, Ricks was also allegedly operating a prostitution ring. Prosecutors say he'd meet younger girls online, supply them with narcotics, then pimp them out to paying customers, with Ricks keeping most of the cash.
We do so many of these cases now that I think we do have a reputation of knowing what we're doing and doing them well.
Secure was formed back in 2009 to investigate crimes within Utah's immigrant communities and to investigate human trafficking. Brendan Call says many cases which start out dealing with guns, drugs, and fraud often lead to human trafficking. In particular, those taking advantage of younger, addicted, and vulnerable women. Most of those cases, including the Michael Joe Ricks sting, they're prosecuted at the state level. But Secure also has federal resources if they need them.
We do have federal partners full-time on the task force. We do have attorneys that are cross-deputized. They're special assistant U.S. attorneys, so we do have the ability to take some cases federal.
Brendan Call says it really doesn't matter who gets the credit or the prosecution. The bottom line is helping those who are in dire straits.
It's very rewarding knowing that you're getting a victim out of this really awful, violent, abusive situation, getting them the help they need with services, therapy, housing, whatever it may be that they're in need of, and just helping them get back to a somewhat normal life and getting the bad guys off the streets.
As of this morning, Michael Joe Ricks remains behind bars in the Salt Lake County Jail, facing more than a half dozen felonies, including a first-degree felony charge of human trafficking. In Salt Lake City, Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.